My name is Jame, 28 years old, and I work at the Intelligence Research Center, where everything revolves around numbers, formulas, and theories. I was born on November 11th. Many say my birthday is special. I suppose my parents had a memorable Valentine's Day. Even though they are no longer together, my job is monotonous, and my life is even duller. Just me, a cluttered apartment, and the constant hum of the city outside. With less than a week until Halloween, every day feels the same to me. Hello, I have a package for James Anderson. That evening, about half an hour after I got home, the doorbell rang at apartment 149. I wasn't expecting anything. Curiosity stirred as I opened the door. The package had no return address, no hint of who sent it. "Thanks," I muttered, taking it inside. That night, I unwrapped it, layer after layer of brown paper, until I finally found a single DVD. I chuckled softly. A prank, perhaps. Nevertheless, I decided to play it. Static flickered on the screen for a moment before the image cleared. A man sat in a chair, blindfolded, his hands bound tightly behind him. Another figure appeared, a tall presence clad in a long, flowing cloak, his face hidden behind a smiling mask. The room was utterly silent. Then, the masked man produced a knife. Slowly, almost deliberately, he severed the left ear, then the right. Blood sprayed in vivid arcs. The victim twitched, his face contorted in agony, yet barely a sound escaped him. My stomach churned, but I couldn't look away. The masked man placed an identical smiling mask on the man's bloodied face before silently slipping into the darkness. The screen turned black, replaced by white text. "Just a joke." A cheery tune began to play, accompanied by a string of numbers, 03-303-047. The video ended 8 minutes of pure terror. That night, I barely slept. When I did close my eyes, I dreamed only of faceless figures and pools of blood spreading at my feet. The next morning, I dragged my exhausted self to work. The numbers, reports, and the monotony of my job offered a temporary escape from my troubled thoughts. Then, 2 days later, "Hello, I have a package for James Anderson." Another package, identical in size and weight. A heavy, oppressive feeling settled in my gut as I took it inside. I already knew what was inside. Another DVD, another video. This time the victim was a middle-aged woman. The same chair, the same masked man. But she resisted. Her strangled screams broke the silence. Her body writhed violently as she struggled against the bonds. She gasped, choked, her eyes bulging with sheer terror. And then, blood. Her body collapsed, lifeless, as with a mask placed on her face. The screen went black. "Just a joke." That same eerie tune played again, followed by another set of numbers, 05-267-113. A sick game. But for whom? I began to doubt those videos. They were too real. The fear in their eyes, the spasms in their bodies, it wasn't acting. But why me? Who sent these? And why do these numbers feel so significant? The next morning, I took the 2 DVDs to the police station. A young officer greeted me, his nameplate reading William Brown. I recounted everything and showed him the videos. He meticulously took notes and asked for my phone number to contact me if needed. 2 days later, another package, another DVD. This time the victim was a young girl. She sat on that familiar chair, her whole body trembling and convulsing violently every time the man behind the chair touched her. Weak, desperate screams pierced the silence. The screen turned black. Just a joke. The same unsettling tune played, accompanied by the numbers 07834-237. I immediately picked up the phone and called the Garfield County Police. "Garfield County Police, how can I help you?" came the voice. "This is Jame. I received another DVD and it shows a murder." There was a pause. "Ah, it's you, Jame," Brown's voice replied. "Could you describe this video for me? It's just like the others, except this time it's a girl." "A girl?" He paused. "What's she like?" "What do you mean?" She was thrashing about, screaming. She seemed more alert than the previous victims, with blood all over her." I swallowed hard, my own voice trembling. "No, I mean, how do you feel about it?" he asked. I fell silent. I feel somewhat better now." "Better?" "Not so much," Brown muttered over the phone, his voice barely audible, as if he was speaking to himself. "Bring that disc to the station tomorrow. I'll take it from there." The call ended abruptly. The next morning, I went to the police station, handed over the disc, and then returned to work. Everything remained unchanged, mundane and heavy. Today, I even got to leave 30 minutes early. I sat in a corner of the cafeteria, ordered a cup of coffee, and absent-mindedly flipped through the newspaper. Washington, March 20th. Local authorities are investigating a gruesome murder that occurred last night, March 19th. The victim, identified as Jessica Taylor, born on July 7, 2000, was murdered at residence number 834. My hands froze. Jessica Taylor, the girl from last night's video. A cold shudder ran through my body. I tried to swallow, but my throat constricted painfully. So, these videos are entirely real. Images of the victims flooded my mind, their faces, their names. I bolted to the bathroom, my head spinning and my stomach twisting. I retched uncontrollably.